This recipe is the quickest way to make delicious pizza from scratch, and it comes together in just 2 hours. This is basically going to start out just like any other pizza dough recipe, but since we don't have the benefit of a long fermentation process to add flavor to the dough, we're just going to make a couple small changes. So this is 3 cups of bread flour, and to that, we're going to add 1 entire packet of active dry yeast. And then to help add a little extra flavor to the dough, we're going to add a little bit more salt and sugar than normal. So I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of salt and also 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. So just give that a quick mix. Okay, so now we're gonna add 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of warm water. And it's important that the water is warm because that will help activate the yeast and make the dough rise faster. So now, just with a wooden spoon, we're gonna mix everything together until it forms a shaggy dough. So when the dough begins to come together, but is still looking pretty dry and shaggy, this is a good time to add the olive oil. So I'm gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, which will also help add a good amount of flavor to the dough. So just keep mixing until that's incorporated. So at this point, the oil is mainly mixed in and the wooden spoon has done its job. So now we're gonna switch to kneading it in the bowl with our hands. And this will completely incorporate the oil, and we're probably gonna knead it for about 5 to 6 minutes or until the dough is elastic, smooth, and homogenous. And there's really no fancy technique to kneading it. We're just folding it on top of itself and pushing down with the heel of our palm, giving it a turn every few presses. And after a few minutes, it will form a smooth dough ball. So it's easiest and cleanest to do almost the entire kneading process inside the bowl, but once it's almost done, you can add it to the countertop, and from here we'll give it a few more turns, but also form it into a dough ball so it rises evenly. So once you've formed it into a fairly even ball, just add a tiny bit of oil back to the bowl. Get it coated. And now we're just gonna cover it with plastic wrap. And since we're only gonna let it rest for an hour, it's important that you place it in a warm spot in your house. You can also just put it in the oven with the oven off, of course, or if your oven has a proof mode, that's even better. And by the time an hour is up, it should be close to doubled in size. While the dough rests, we're gonna get the sauce going. So in a small pot on medium-low heat, I'm adding about a tablespoon of olive oil. And then this is about 1/2 of a small minced onion. And then right away, I'm gonna add a big pinch of salt and give that a mix. Okay, once the onions have cooked for a few minutes and have become soft, make room in the center of the pan. And now I'm gonna drop in 2 cloves of sliced garlic, along with a pinch or about 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Then another splash of oil to get that going. And just give the garlic about a minute to fry in the center. We wanna make this sauce as flavorful as possible in the short amount of time we have. Okay, garlic has sauteed, so now just mix everything together. And now this is 1 26-ounce carton of pureed tomatoes. Add that right in. But we probably won't end up using all of this for the actual pizza. And then right away, I'm gonna add another big pinch of salt, along with a pinch of sugar. Give that a mix. So now we're just gonna bring that to a simmer and let it cook for about 20 to 30 minutes. Sauce has come to a simmer, so now I'm just gonna turn the heat down to low. And one final thing that I forgot is just a sprig of basil. And in just a few minutes, we can start stretching out our dough. So the dough is rested for an hour, and before we take it out of the bowl, we're just gonna grease this Lloyd pizza pan with about a tablespoon of olive oil and just spread it in with your hands. And these Lloyd pans are the best pans to make homemade pizza. The dark steel gives a crispy and golden crust every time without sticking. So once the oil has been spread out, we can take out the dough. And as you can see, after just 1 hour, it's doubled in size. So just pick it up with your hands and place it right onto the sheet pan. Okay, and now we're just gonna start giving the dough a partial stretch. So do the best you can to start fitting it into the shape of a rectangle. You can press it out, try not to push too much on the crust, and you can also just kind of pick it up and stretch it where it needs to go. But you don't have to worry about fitting it into the entire pan right now. We're gonna let it rest for about another 20 minutes, and then after that, we'll be able to fit it into the entire pan. And while it rests for just 20 more minutes, we can grate the cheese. So this is a 16-ounce block of low moisture mozzarella. And we're probably gonna grate about 12 ounces of this to use in the actual pizza. And this is also the perfect time to preheat your oven to 475 degrees. And I don't think I mentioned that the Lloyd pan I'm using is 12 by 18 inches, so we're grating enough cheese to fit a pizza that big. So after about 20 more minutes of resting, the dough basically proofed out to fit the entire pan. And now we're gonna go on with an even layer of the sauce. It's okay if it's still a little bit warm, but just do an even distribution. And we're probably gonna end up using about 1 cup and 1/4 of the sauce. And it's nice to go all the way to the crust. And that's looking pretty good. I like a pretty saucy pie, but you can of course put however much you want. Okay, and now just an even layer of the grated mozzarella. And same thing, all the way to the crust is gonna be best. And I don't like too thick of a layer of cheese. I like when just a little bit of sauce pokes out like this. And I'm obviously just doing a cheese pizza, in which case I like to add a little bit extra Parmesan on top. You can of course add whatever toppings you like, and then also a little fresh cracked pepper to finish it off. And as a security blanket, a little olive oil over the crust to make sure everything gets golden brown. Now straight into the oven. Oven's preheated, and it's important to put it on the bottom third. That will give the crust the best chance of getting golden brown. So we're gonna give it 15 minutes, and then after that, we'll flip it around and add another 5 minutes. So that's 15 minutes. It's looking pretty good. We're just gonna give it a spin around. And now just 5 more minutes and it'll be ready. Okay, that's the full 20 minutes and she's looking perfect. All right guys, not bad for a 2-hour pizza. Now let's get it onto this rack so the crust can remain crispy. And we're just gonna finish it with a little extra grated Parmesan. And if you want, some fresh basil leaves. Cut it into squares before enjoying. All right guys, not bad for a 2-hour pizza. Thank you for watching. I hope you try this one out.